We ready to go?
All right. Should I give a countdown?
Alrighty.
Khanster, you ready?
Yep.
All right. In 3, 2, 1, go.
There we go.
Alrighty. So this game is one of the oldest, or I see one of the furthest into the SNES versions of gameplay for the Mega Man series. What makes you want to speedrun this, Khanster?
It's kind of the black sheep of the X series, so kind of got me intrigued with all the quick kills that you'll be seeing later.
Okay. I'm always a fan of those quick kills.
All right. So I may as well kind of go into the finer details of the run. So Khanster is going to be running NoReset, and he already mentioned that X3 is kind of the black sheep of the Super Nintendo games, and on one hand, that's because a lot of people don't like it, but also on another hand, it does have one major difference compared to X1 or 2 as a speedrun specifically, and that is the fact that X3 as a speedrun actually does not have a lot of RNG. And of the major categories, 100%, 80%, or 0%, 80% is the one with the least amount of RNG involved, which is something that makes it a very intriguing speedrun too. Speedrun for some of us who are not such big fans of the luck factors in speedrunning. And another thing right here that you're going to be seeing is Khanster is controlling Zero, which is a first in the Mega Man X games. But don't get too used to him. We're not going to be seeing a lot of Zero, but we are going to be seeing a little bit of him. If Khanster can actually defeat the mini boss here.
Oh,
So
wow.
we are done with the Zero portion of the intro now.
Oh, so sad that it's already done.
Yeah, he's already, but we're going to be seeing him later for a little bit.
Okay.
So also something that a lot of you people probably noticed, if you are familiar with, say, X1 or 2, but not 3, that even the intro stage of this game had a lot of cutscenes and text boxes and explosions and whatnot. And that's another thing about this game, that there's a lot of downtime in this game compared to the other Mega Man X games. You're going to be seeing cutscenes in story and long explosions all over the run, so it makes for a good marathon run because you have a lot of time to read donations, I suppose.
All right. It looks like we got done with the first boss.
Looks like Zero has a small little platform to stand on.
Yeah. It is actually possible to lose time here to bad RNG if Zero teleports at a hole, because then it's going to take him a little longer to actually teleport back up after the cutscene. So, all right, a little bit about the route. You're going to be seeing Khanster start off with Blizzard Buffalo, and the reason for that is that Blizzard Buffalo is one of the faster buster fights in the game because of a little cheese that we're going to be seeing him do or attempt. Also, what Khanster was doing there desperately is something that we call a gap jump with the ladder, where X can kind of jump through the ladder to skip the climbing animation. Khanster was kind of struggling with it. I don't think he'd hesitate any time with that particular gap jump, but we're not going to judge him. He has a few more opportunities here.
Fun trivia fact about this level: in the PC and PlayStation versions, they actually spell Blizzard Buffalo wrong. They have
Blizzard Buffalo, which is actually the name that I have on my splits for this game. So yep, Khanster's gonna be picking up the dash boots here, the dash boots that give you the vertical air dash. No, sorry, the horizontal air dash from X2, as well as the vertical air dash, which is new to this game. And the boots are going to be the only capsule, the only armor upgrade that Khanster is going to be picking up in this run. But he's going to be picking up a few safety items, he told me, and there is one overpowered weapon coming up later on in the game. So our buddy Blizzard here has kind of a glitched AI. So basically what's happening here is, oops, it looks like it's not actually happening. So what Khanster is attempting to do is catching Buffalo in this loop, where every time Buffalo turns around, Khanster jumps, because it makes his AI think that he's going above him, which then triggers Buffalo to turn around and bang his head on the wall like a potato. And that's actually the cheese that makes Buffalo a pretty fast buster fight compared to some of the other bosses. And also, you want to do, in this category, you want to do Buffalo and then Seahorse as your first two Mavericks, because after you're done fighting, or beating, rather, two Mavericks in the run, these two mini-bosses will start to appear in the following stages, and the first of the two mini-bosses is actually weak to ice, which is the weapon that you get from Buffalo. So that's why it makes sense to start with him. And then Seahorse here is weak to Buffalo's weapon.
And a question that I have as somebody who's new to Mega Man X3, could you explain what the chips are? Are those the upgrades that you get from each Maverick, or is that something that comes along later on?
The special pink capsule chips?
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, in this game, it doesn't really concern this category, but in this game, you have the regular armor upgrades that you have in X1 and 2. But then you can also collect these pink capsules, which will affect one of your armor abilities. So you can like collect the air dash and then get this special upgrade chip for your air dash to get a double air dash. But then you can't collect any of the other ones. Within the 100% category, what is collected is the gold armor in the first of the final stages, which actually gives you all of the special upgrades.
Yeah.
So actually, pink capsules aren't collected in like any speedrun category of the game.
Okay. Yeah, I was looking that up, and it kind of caught my interest on it.
Yeah, it's a really cool concept, but it was kind of rushed, and I don't think that it really lived up to its potential. I might as well mention this too, like a big gimmick of this game, again compared to X1 and 2, is that you're gonna be seeing a lot of vertical movements in this game, which is in a Mega Man X speedrun, vertical movement is by far the hardest to optimize and do well. So movement-wise, I'd say that X3 is actually one of the harder speedruns to master in this series, in my opinion, having run a few of them. And here we are going to be seeing an attempt of a quick kill that I will explain once the boss is done. So, yes, very good. Good job. Very nicely done. So, the reason that quick kill works, or the explanation for the quick kill, is that the iframes in this game are kind of broken. They were not programmed the best. And what happens to poor Seahorse is that when he's attacked with his weakness, which is the ice, instead of doing what they should do, which is make the boss invincible, the iframes actually make the boss super vulnerable. So basically, when you hit him with ice, he has this time period of this extra vulnerability where he has no iframes. Actually, there is a bit of timing to it. You can't just blindly mash. There is a trick to it, but basically, you can hit him with ice and wait for the extra vulnerability period to begin, and then just mash ice into him with the correct timing, and then you can just drain his HP like you saw Khanster doing. And here is, in my opinion, maybe the hardest stage of the game, which is Rhino. Everything in this stage hits like a truck. There's a lot of stuff that gets in your way. It's very hard to avoid. It's long. There's a mini-boss in here that you have to mash to death. It's just all kinds of difficulty here in this stage. It's definitely was a stage that took me the longest to really master when learning this game.
Oh, getting that extra reserve.
Yep, Khanster is picking up the safety sub-tank. Not a bad idea. So in this mini-boss room, we could have seen one of the mini-bosses appear. But it's random which stage he chooses to appear in, so he's gonna be in one of the following 2 stages since he wasn't here. And that's actually really good for a marathon run, because you can bonk the mini-boss, and you really don't want to take any extra bonks in this stage, because this mini-boss is mandatory, appears here every time, and he actually does require you to bonk. So that's another difficulty in this stage. Alright, taking it safe, not a bad idea. Alright. So yeah, basically you jump inside his hitbox and just take the bonks and mash, and hope that you can kill him before he kills you.
He bailed me out. Poor bro.
Yeah, he was. Oh, he's getting it. All right, getting health. Not a bad thing at all. Also, Rhino himself can also be kind of a tough boss. Just like everything else here in this stage, he hits like a truck, and it's really a few bonks and you're dead. So, and obviously you're going in with very low health.
And with him, you can actually, I think, get double bombed.
Yeah. So you gotta be really careful in the Rhino fight. Khanster, you have acid, you know?
Whoops.
So yeah, Khanster actually does have the weakness weapon to Rhino, but for some reason he often doesn't use it. Maybe to make it more exciting for a marathon run, I suppose.
Good work either way.
Yeah, good work either way.
Yeah. There we go.
Easy. No problem.
Just doing a little showboating there real quick. You know, no biggie.
Showboating. Makes it more interesting.
Alrighty, what stage is up next?
Up next, we are doing Tiger stage.
Oh.
Tiger uppercut.
Yeah.
So there's one
Tiger.
thing, there's one thing that Timo didn't mention, that you can actually skip the intro cutscenes, like that you could.
Oh yeah,
see.
yes. In this game, yes. You can actually skip those Maverick intros, unlike in X1 or 2.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I remember actually fellow runner Ouchguard once calculated the additional time that the run would take if you couldn't skip the cutscenes, and it'd be like several minutes longer or something. So I'm really happy you can. So yeah, Tiger stage is actually a deviation from the weakness chain. We do not have Tiger's weakness in this category, so
okay.
Fight him with the Buster. The Snake mini boss here dies to 5 ice shots. Actually, a lot of the mini bosses in this game are weak to ice, which is like a weird design choice. You'd think that you want some more variety, but they are very weak to ice. So getting ice early is a very good idea also for that reason.
Oh, it's
So
just
that's
ice.
Yeah,
Ice is just OP.
ice is just OP. And another thing here is gonna be you're gonna be seeing Khanster take advantage of the drills, the Rhino weapon, because every time you hit an enemy with the drill, that enemy actually becomes or it eliminates the enemy's hitbox for something like 20 frames, which is a third of a second, which is something that we really like in a speedrun.
Yeah, that's a whole third second. I mean,
Yeah.
like, you can do a lot in a third of a second.
You can do a lot in 20 frames. Alright, so we're getting into the tiger fight, and here I have something to explain here as well. So basically, Tiger will block your shots, like all of your charged shots, whenever he's not in the middle of an attack animation. So that's why you're going to be seeing Khanster utilize the lemons here. So what he's going to be doing is spamming lemons at him, and then like holding charge on the final lemon of like a series of lemons, so that he can time a blue shot at him when he is in the middle of an attack animation. And actually, he got pretty much the god RNG here.
Nice.
He did
Not
it
a
in
lot of-
Rage.
Yeah, not a lot of luck in this game, but Tiger and the boss coming up after this one are the two big RNG sources in the game. There's still not like big RNG factors compared to X1 and 2, but he is one of the bosses that can cost you time. He can go angry and he can charge. You do this charge attack and he's invulnerable for about 4 seconds, 3.5, 4 seconds, just something like that. But I sure got lucky. And the other reason that Tiger and this following boss here are fought with the Buster instead of a weakness weapon is because when the weakness weapon is used against them, these two bosses, Tiger and Catfish, they actually have these very long extended iframes. So it actually, even though it does less damage, it is still faster to just use the Buster
Okay.
on them instead of the other weakness weapon. And there is also another reason why we want Tiger's weapon early on, and I will explain it when it's time. And this is like a very different stage in this game, in the speedrun, because a lot of the other stages in this game are like very open. You have these long extended corridors with no enemies. But in this stage, you have a lot of these narrow corridors with a lot of enemies packed in. So this guy here is Bit, weak to ice. Again, surprise. So he basically, Bit will appear in one of the following 3 stages after Seahorse. After the second Maverick is defeated, it's random where he appears. It doesn't matter where he appears, like in terms of time. In this category, it's totally irrelevant. You want to finish him off with the Buster. He's weak to ice, but you want to finish him off with Buster, because if you use ice on him, he will actually like die completely, whereas just now he just escaped. And if he dies, he will again explode for a very long time, just like everything else in this game. So we want to avoid that in a speedrun.
Okay. So in that case, escaping's better because you save, like, do you know how much time you save during that?
I think it's about 15 seconds, but I could actually...
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a very long explosion.
Yeah, they
Maybe
don't
not
mess
15,
around.
I'd say 10.
Yeah, that's definitely a long time for an explosion.
Yeah, for some reason they made the explosions very, very long in this game. So the other big RNG boss here is Catfish. And what we want to do is we want to fight him with the Buster for as long as possible. And then... So basically, for as long as possible, and then we want to basically pray that he doesn't do what he just did. So after you've words are escaping me. Why? So after he's down to like half health, he will start to prepare to go into his desperation attack, like he did here.
Okay.
So if you get lucky, he will start an attack animation that takes long enough for you to get more blue shots in him before he starts the desperation attack. And the reason you don't want the desperation attack is because the drills are the only weapon that can damage him, and the drills have those long extended iframes. So basically, you want to get as few drills in as possible, because the Buster is more DPS basically. I don't know why that was so hard for me to explain, but yeah. So the relevance of the Tiger weapon, the Ray Splasher comes here because we're going to be doing a little detour here. We may get a mini boss here too. One of the two mini bosses, and we do actually. So basically, this is Bite, weak to drills, and the same thing. We want to damage him with the drill.
Oh, does Bite have a brother named Bit? There we go. Now, could you fight both mini bosses in the same run, or would you have to do
in the same room?
Actually, yeah, is that even possible?
No.
Oh, okay.
Because Bit will always show up in 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, and 5. Bite will show up 6, 7, and 8.
Okay.
Can you guys hear me? I was having some technical difficulties.
Oh, yeah, we can hear you now.
All right. So yeah, I lost the feed for a second. I don't know if Khanster explained, but basically, the reason we want the Tiger weapon early is because of this guy. Because we have to kill this mini boss here in this secret room in order to gain access to the overpowered weapon of this game at the end. So what Khanster is doing here, he's using the Buster for a little bit. That's actually not for iframe reasons, but because we want to preserve the ammo. Because he's going to be doing the rest of the fights with the Ray Splasher, and he wants to deal the killing blow with the Ray Splasher. So unlike Bit and Bite, we want him to actually die. So we want him to explode and die, because it will affect the second fortress stage at the end.
Okay.
Making things way, way faster. And this fight is actually entirely scripted, so if you do the same thing every time, Wild does the same thing every time.
Oh, it makes
also
it
kinda
super
nice.
easy.
Yeah.
Now, I was reading up on Bit and Bite. They said something about having both of them together making another enemy. Is that true?
Yeah, that is actually something we're going to be seeing in the first of the final stages. We're going to be seeing the coolest boss in the series, basically.
Okay.
The coolest and the worst boss.
Yeah. So here we have a nice little escape sequence. Very nice to practice for a speedrunner. Basically, a 29 escape is like the best possible escape that we're always looking for, but Khanster opted for some safety, which is not a bad idea for a marathon run. But this is a really nice segment to practice, because it's all about your movement, really. Because you have like an in-game timer, so it never lies.
At least we hope it never does.
Yeah, at least we hope so.
Alrighty. Got 22 to spare. Pretty good.
Yeah, and I crap at it. Also, what you're seeing here is the weapon that we just got from Catfish is pretty OP in this game. The Triad Thunder. It basically wrecks everything in its path.
Now, does it give you invulnerability, or does it just damage?
It just damages enemies, but it basically is kind of the same thing because it will kill the enemies before they have a chance to make contact with you. So sort of.
Okay, so pseudo invulnerability.
Yeah, sort of, kind of. And we are approaching another quick kill here.
Ooh.
The same idea as with Seahorse. So basically you hit Crawfish with his weakness and then you mash. But you can't really mash the Triad Thunder weapon. So what Khanster is going to be doing is going to be using Triad Thunder, swapping to Buster, and then mashing lemons at him, trying to take advantage of the busted iframes. And he's doing, easy peasy, no problem.
Almost too easy.
Almost too easy.
That was easy.
You're actually having a pretty decent run here, I think. I don't want to jinx it, but...
So
next up... Yeah, go ahead.
Go on. Oh, okay. I was going to bring up a fun factoid about Mega Man X2 and Mega Man X3. They were the only Mega Man games to have the CX4 chip, which enhanced the graphics and sounds for the Super Nintendo. And with that, it actually made them a little bit more rare and expensive. So
that is actually a good trivia to bring up. Also, the CX4 chip is the reason why X2 and X3 are basically impossible to emulate correctly. And basically, X2 has a separate leaderboard for emulators, and for X3, all the runs are on the same board. But emulated runs of X3 get 10 seconds. 10 seconds of lag sort of added in the conversion. Basically, the times are converted to match with the console runs. So the CX4 chip basically also affects time and lag and everything because, it does affect graphics.
Bye-bye, elevator.
Who needs those thinking elevators?
Earlier on, I was gonna say that this is the most impossible stage of the run. It's not hard, like, it shouldn't be hard, like, say, Rhino stage, but I have never, ever once in my life had a perfect Beetle stage in a run. Because even though it shouldn't be that hard, it just is. It's like one of those stages, but Khanster is doing a pretty good job here. Looks better than any of my Beetle stages, to be honest.
It's basically Death by a Million Paper Cuts.
And Mr. Beetle himself here is a very chill boss, and you're gonna be seeing why. So this is basically the whole fight. So whenever he gets hit with his weakness, it just resets his attack, resets his pattern, and he just tries to stomp you to death, but he's a bit slow. So poor Beetle, he tries his best, he really does.
He tried so hard.
Yeah, he really
has a
tried.
place in our hearts.
It would be faster, actually, to do a strat where you hit him with the Ray Splasher and then you air dash to cancel yourself out of the Ray Splasher and then charge a blue shot and hit him again because of the whole iframe extension thing. So you get more DPS that way. But it's really hard for a human to do. The task does it. But it's really hard for a human to do. And then you also open up the gates for some RNG. So it's just really not worth it for humans.
Alrighty. We've got here a donation from Khanster786. And they say, shoutouts to the Mega Man X community, folks. Always a good time. Oh, and Khanster, Leo is the best turtle.
No, he's not.
I think we have the best turtle here right now as a host.
Gotta love the turtle, right?
And speaking of the CX-4 chip, here's Capcom showing it off.
Ooh.
Like, hey, just in case you forgot, hey, we still have that fancy CX-4 chip. Have a mini boss. Yeah, we
There's
should
a
ask
Mega
it.
Man 5 reference.
So here's a strat I actually haven't seen. Okay. Never seen this. Oh, interesting. Asset doesn't seem too bad, to be honest. I've never seen that before. I've always just used Buster there, but that actually wasn't bad.
It's basically the same thing.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, the unfortunate thing about the speedrun, as you may have noticed, I mean, I love the speedrun. This is my favorite speedrun actually, but you do go through a lot of doors, and they always do kind of kill the flow of the stage.
Yeah.
And you have the actual boss doors like you have here, but you also have the mini boss doors, and you basically only fight a mini boss there, like in 2 of those rooms throughout all the 8 Mavericks. So
Okay.
it's kind of a bummer, but all the other good things make up for it. And
Ooh.
Hornet here is by far the hardest of the 8 Mavericks to do really fast.
Do you want to explain
kind of-
why we're using this over his actual weakness?
Yeah, I was just actually getting to it. So basically, the weapon Khanster is using here is not Hornet's weakness. He's weak to Beetle's weapon, but he's using Crawfish's weapon because, again, it does deal 2 damage, and it has way shorter iframes than Beetle's weapon does. Using Beetle's weapon on him is actually really, really, really slow. It has this really elaborate damage animation, and it takes forever for him to actually take the damage. So we sort of opt to use this soft weakness, quote unquote.
Because at the end of the day, you just gotta worry about DPS.
Yeah, DPS.
That wasn't a bad
Either-
9 Mavericks.
9 Mavericks? I count 8. And I've been running this game for quite a while. What am I missing?
You forgot 5.
No, yeah, I guess Vile. Yeah, I guess Vile counts, kind of. I'm not too versed with Mega Man X lore, in all honesty. But I thought it was kind of his own thing and not a Maverick, but I don't know.
I'm guessing those spikes there are insta-death?
Yeah, spikes are insta-death in a Mega Man game. Good catch, I forgot to mention it. And here's the place where everyone always dies, but Khanster is doing a good job here.
Just the pro.
Like a pro. So the pace does pick up here. It's the first of the final castle stages here. Just like in every Mega Man game, you're done with the initial stages and then you enter the castle. Guess I forgot to mention that. Nice work of the mini boss. It's a weak to ice and spinning blade.
Okay.
Spinning blade is faster in 100%, but the ice is what we use in any percent. So again here, you do want to avoid taking damage, because everything here hits a lot. Also, hey, yeah, something I haven't mentioned. In this game, actually, using ice on most grounded enemies will force a health drop. So that's a good marathon strat. Like if you are struggling with health, once you have ice, you can try to use ice to farm for health. And that is actually really smart, because this boss here will absolutely demolish you if you take contact damage. It is Bit and Bite combined, also known as God Car Machine. Oh Inari, your God and Savior. The most epic
my.
Mega Man boss of all time. Oh my.
That is
taking a bonk there. It's getting touchy here. Looks like he's got it though.
Yeah, Khan's got it. We believe in Khan.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I never doubted him for a second, except for like 3. Also, a funny thing, you may have noticed it in the run there, but the fist attack actually only has a hitbox like in front of the fist, but not at the back. So even if you make contact with the fist from the back, it actually won't damage you. So that's why you saw Khanster kind of clipping the fist from the back and not taking any damage.
Okay.
So Doppler 2 is like the stage in this run. It's where a lot of the runs die. And it's not because of RNG or luck, it's just because of execution mistakes, which are common. And we are actually going to be seeing Zero again in just a while.
Oh.
Say hi to Zero and say bye.
Oh.
So the obscure way of obtaining the secret weapon in Mega Man X3 is such that you have to kill Vile in the factory with a ray splasher like we did, and then you have to fight this mini boss here in this stage as Zero and kill it, and then the mini boss will kill Zero.
There's a funny little obscure fact that Beetle can just sit there for as long as it will.
For hours. Yeah, there's some randomness to the mini boss there. Once he lands on top of Zero, he has to look for a specific sub-pixel or something, and it's kind of random when he finds it. All right, we'll shut up now. Khanster asked for us to be quiet for the next stretch.
Okay, now you can go ahead and explain that.
Oh.
Nice, we got it first try. Easy.
Very nice.
First try, easy.
Yes, so that is what we call the elevator skip, or rather the saber climb. Basically, all the categories in this game have their own version of the elevator skip. The 80% version is called the saber climb. So the I'm just checking that he kills the boss here. So the way that it works is once you have the saber and then the air dash boots, you can air dash and then shoot and jump on the same frame. And X will do this kind of double jump in the air. And then once X swings the saber, you swap to a weapon and then back to sort of cancel the animation and then regain control. And then you get like an extra up or air dash in the air, which makes that trick possible. And then it's just basically timing your up dashes and jumps and wall kicks and taking damage and then using your iframes to climb the spikes, which would normally be insta-kill.
A lot of people call that the start of the run.
Yeah.
So forget the last 30 minutes you saw.
Yeah, so I'll explain this and then maybe you can read up some donations if you have any. But basically the reason we want the saber is what you just saw there. It will kill all the bosses, all the remaining bosses in 2 hits. Although 2 bosses it will kill in 1 hit actually. So basically this refight room is just trying to swing the saber twice on the Maverick as fast as possible. So if you have any donations, it could be a good time to read a few.
I need to say one thing before you go. As you notice, you see the saber coming from behind, not in front of him. That'll come into play very shortly.
Okay. We do not have any at the moment, but we do have a couple of milestones to take a look at. We have a Prince of Persia Forgotten Sands at 10,000. We're almost there. We're about 73% there.
Nice.
And we also have a couple bid wars for Mortal Kombat Armageddon. We're trying to figure out what file name you guys want for that. So right now we have NoReset, Slowpoke, and Isander. And looks like we got another donation actually from Sasuke Urishi. We're saying let's go, continue to help kids. And thank you for the $30 donation.
Nice, good time too. So, Seahorse, you actually can kill with one hit,
Hell
and he's
yeah.
gonna be doing the same thing he did earlier. Nice, got it.
Nailed
Nice,
it.
easy peasy. So basically, you do the same thing as you did earlier. You start with ice to make him extra vulnerable, to kind of remove his iframes and take care of those, take advantage of those busted iframes, and then you swing the saber, and the saber will spend enough time inside his hitbox to hit him like on every frame, so he will basically die in just one hit, even though normally it should take 2 hits.
Sometimes you can actually do it quick enough where it just goes straight through them.
Yeah. Beetle is Beetle here. Beetle here is the unfortunate RNG factor of the refis. As you saw there, he can go rainbow, which will make him invincible. There's nothing really that we can do. We haven't discovered a way around it. It is very painful to get here on pace and then lose 8 seconds to Beetle giving you the double rainbow. I've been there many times.
It can happen. So I got another fun fact for everybody. Mega Man X3 was Minakuchi Engineering's last Mega Man game that they did with Capcom, but it wasn't the last one that was in the Super Nintendo series. It was actually
nice.
Mega Man and Bass for the last SNES game.
Oh, I actually did not know that.
What about Mega Man Soccer, though?
Hey, I like Mega Man Soccer.
Does that count for it, or?
I mean, it's a Mega Man game. I guess it does.
Yeah, that's true.
I love Mega Man Soccer, and I love the soundtrack of that.
Yeah, same actually.
So why are you speedrunning it?
Yeah, and Crowfish here, just like Seahorse, can also be killed with just one saber. The same thing. You use the weakness. His iframes get all wonky, and then you swing the saber and he dies. Basically, that's his threat.
By the way, just to answer Khanster's question, so you know what happens? The ultimate irony of starting your own speedrunning marathon?
What?
It kind of takes away all my time I would have to speedrun, or most of it, actually. So, that's why,
Yeah.
me personally, I haven't been as active as I would have liked to.
That's why you delegate.
Exactly.
And I am delegating. It's still a lot of work, man. Thank God I'm delegating. You know what I won't delegate?
In general, I always say that the ultimate irony of speedrunning is the amount of time that we spend with the game to spend as little time as possible with the game.
Yep.
You know what I won't delegate?
The hot sauce?
The hot sauce. You are right. It's
Ooh.
time
What
to
are
get
we at?
spicy in here.
What are we at with that?
Actually, we're at level 2. Level 3 is available. Habanero, it's unlocked and ready to go for a $100 donation. And right now we're at the Chipotle sauce. So, God.
Oh, baby.
I'm a big fan of Chipotle myself,
I mean,
but I
There
think
you
we
have
should
it.
go a little hotter,
oh yeah, we need
or
to
a
go
lot
higher.
hotter.
I mean, it goes up to Carolina Reaper.
Oh yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's go to
Let's
Reaper.
go,
That
guys.
sounds like
Let's
a
hit
good
that
idea.
before the end of the marathon.
So there's quite a bit of sauce in there because the chicken piece was hollow. So here's
Ooh, that looks really good.
Okay, so the text in that cutscene was in Japanese, so not everybody can read it, I think. But there's like a huge plot twist in this game, and it was actually Sigma all along, and that dude wasn't the final boss.
Yo,
it's amazing.
I got it.
Sigma. Oh, sounds like we
Yo,
might
the
see Sigma
run
soon.
is valid. Run valid because Khanster got the saber gap jump, and that's like the only thing that matters in this game. Alright, so we're approaching now the final boss. Who is Sigma? Shock and awe.
I didn't see it coming.
No, it's not Sigma. It's Captain America.
Oh yeah. I mean the Avenger movies are like all the rage right now, so Sigma's just kind of catching up some of that action.
Captain Sigmerica.
So we do have the saber here, which kills even final Sigma in 2 hits, but Sigma himself can also kill you in 2 hits.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no, that did not sound good.
Ooh.
Oh. Well, yeah, that can happen. Just like I was saying, Sigma can pretty much kill you in 2 hits.
I still to this day have problems with Sigma in Mega Man X4. It's
Yeah.
just all 3 stages are just crazy.
Yeah, I'm not that super experienced with X4, but I do remember having trouble with the final Sigma in X4 for sure.
Ooh. He does so much damage.
Yeah, that's when the no armor thing really and no max heart tanks thing really comes to play here in this final boss, or the final 2 bosses, I should say.
Oh, so Sigma has 3 stages as well?
There's actually only 2 in
Only 2.
X3.
Okay.
Yeah, this is. You have the sub. Oh, actually, yeah. Yeah, Khanster was actually smarter than I was gonna be.
Oh my! He's got a really tiny hitbox.
No! Yeah, something I should also mention is that his hitbox is really hard to hit. It's basically, it's his head, but it's not even really his head. It's kind of like the hitbox is sort of around where his head kind of is. So it's a really wonky hitbox. It can be really hard to hit it.
There's the use of the health tanks there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
And indeed, you can use the ice to farm health for the sub tank. But definitely a really tricky set of final bosses in this game. Even though you have the quick kill weapon. Oh boy.
Electric kick.
Okay, we're just gonna take it the safe way.
Yeah, I
That might be the best option. I think as we were saying, a little bit of trivia as well. As we were saying, that this Mega Man X game specifically is the only one that doesn't have Mets or Baton Buns. That's a pretty cool.
Yeah,
pretty cool
I actually
trivia.
had never thought of that before. You brought it up earlier. That's a really cool piece of trivia. Also, this game was actually not really made. Oh no! Oh, still in it! Still in it! Still. Oh no!
No!
Double
For the
kill. Double KO. So the good news is you kill Sigma, the bad news is you also died yourself. So yeah, I was saying that this game was actually not made by the main Capcom team, because this game came out in 1995, and the main Capcom team was actually already hard at work with X4. So this game was actually delegated to, I don't want to say interns, but like some kind of a B team, kinda.
Yeah, it was
And
Minakuchi Engineering, right?
Yeah, you mentioned that earlier. So that's why this game is actually kind of different from X1 or 2. Like, it has some design choices that don't really line up with the other two games that people often bring up.
Yeah, one thing I was reading on it was because they were switching from the Super Nintendo to the PlayStation. So that was Capcom's main focus.
Yeah.
As you were saying with Mega Man X4 and all that.
Yeah. Yeah, this was kind of a throwaway title. It's also built. X1's engine is unique, but X3 was actually built on top of X2. So, like, X2 and 3 use the same engine, and X1 has its own unique engine.
All right, we just got a donation from Lemon Usk for $70. Let's make that Forgotten Sands run happen. Let's see, Miss Harvey one day her way out of this one.
There we go.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that, Lemon. Appreciate it.
So, Timu.
Bam!
First try.
Shall we?
Yeah, first try.
Shall we do...
First try, every try.
Shall we
do it with the climb? If you know what I'm referring to.
I actually don't. You mean acid? Yeah,
Yes.
Of course, acid every time. So basically what you're gonna be seeing here is the power of the CX4 chip. If you use acid here, it lags the game into 2 FPS basically. Okay, so
Nice.
time is actually at the top of the climb, like very soon
Right
after.
now,
I will,
as soon as I lose control.
I will
Yeah.
say it. And time.
GG.
Oh god, that last half was rough.
Well, it happens. It is a rough set of final bosses.
It wasn't.
I
It was just the last one.
And
I actually
why,
wanna say-
why people, I keep saying, pad your estimates, do it.
Yep.
Be a hero. I'm giving Khanster shit because he's my friend. But take this as a PSA. Pad your estimates.
Padded by like 5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually-
especially in a high risk, high reward kind of run, which this is. And I'm saying this because, you know,
I thought I had
Less pressure
padded
on
it,
you,
but I
too.
guess I forgot to pad it enough.
It's all
But I
good,
want to
bro.
say that was actually a very, very decent X3 80% run, considering Khanster told me just before the run that he didn't practice at all. So, like, with that in mind, it was actually a very decent run.
Yeah, better than I can do, definitely.
all right, well, unfortunately, we're going to have to cut it short, gentlemen, as I'm sure you can understand. But Khanster,
Yep.
thank you very much for being with us, man. I actually had to step out, take care of some stuff, family stuff during your runs. I only caught it at the end, but I'll make sure to watch the live, brother.
So is it time for wings?
Is it, actually, I had the wing while you were running.
Yeah.
Unless someone unlocks another wing, then that's all we got for now. But so Lord Durdle, what do we have coming up next?
Oh, we have Mega Man X4 with Dragon Metal Queen. I'm super excited about this one. This is the one I've been waiting for.
All right, then let's get right to it, and we're gonna go to a quick setup, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
All right.
Bye bye.